Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of solving quadratic equations. This is standard A.8A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 34 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we need to find the positive solution to this equation. 0 equals 1/3 x minus 3. So it's in standard form, but we don't have a b, right? So we've got the ax squared plus bx plus c. We're missing just that single x there. All we have is an a and a c. But you know what? Before we solve for that, it's a little bit strange. We've got the 1/3. I don't necessarily like having my a term be a fraction, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. It's not going to change anything on the left because 0 times 3 is 3, but it is going to help me over here, right? So that's still going to be 0. 1/3 times 3, obviously that's what I'm going for here. That's going to cancel itself out, so it's going to be x squared, and then 3 times 3, right, it's going to be minus 9. Now hopefully we see we've got two options here. First, we should see we've got the difference of squares. So the difference of squares says that when you've got x squared minus a squared, right, then your factors are going to be x plus a and then x minus a. So hopefully we're seeing this as x squared minus 3 squared, because 9 is a perfect square. Well, if that's the case, then my factors are going to be x plus a. In this case, it's going to be x plus 3, and then x minus a, so that's going to be x minus 3. So if all of that equals 0, right, then I just need to set each of these, right, to try to solve for 0. So 0 equals x plus 3. 0 equals x minus 3. I'm just solving now for my x, and x is going to equal minus 3, and x is going to equal positive 3, and it's looking for what is the positive solution. So I could say, all right, 3. Literally, my answer is just 3. Now, some of you got to this point, and you said, you know what, there's an easier way to do that. So let's pick it back up right here. 0 equals x squared minus 9. I'm just solving for x, right? So what if I add 9 to both sides? So that's going to be x squared equals 9. Take the square root of both. Then you're going to get x, and then that's going to be a positive and a negative 3. So same thing. We end up with our positive 3 simply because it is looking for a positive solution. When in doubt, we can always do the quadratic equation. And let's do it with the original one. Right? So my a equals 1/3. My b equals 0. And then my c equals negative 3. Okay? So it's negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. The quadratic equation always works. It's not the most efficient here, but I want to show you that it always works. So my negative b is just going to be 0 plus or minus 0 squared. Now my minus 4ac minus 4, my a is 1/3. My c is negative 3, so that's going to end up making that a positive, right? So let's see, and that's going to be over 2a, so 2 and then times 1/3. Okay? So let's simplify this. I'm going to get rid of the 0 in the front, plus or minus square root of, these are two positives here, and the 3 times 1/3 is make 1, so square root of 4 over 2/3, so that's going to be plus or minus 2 over 2/3. So when you divide by 2/3, that's the same as plus or minus 2 times 3 over 2. Those cancel out, so our answer here is 3, plus or minus 3, but we're looking for the positive answer, so we simply just bubble it in, and that's our answer.